Okay, so to start off with, tell me why you decided to run.
I thought that the rural areas needed some better representation on the board. Rocky DeWitt had always done a very good job of being available to his district and to the county, but it's been a long time since we've had a true rural person sit on the board, and especially a farmer. Woodbury County is a really big agricultural county and a really big urban county, so it's a neat blend of both, but I just felt that we needed some rural representation. I've been a small business owner in a rural town and a farmer, and that kind of crosses quite a few things off the list that I thought I could bring something to this board to keep moving this county forward.
Yeah, so why do you think it is important to have rural representation on the board?
Well, I mean, it's we want to have taxation with representation, right? And when the whole county gets to participate in voting, that's going to sway towards the urban areas like Sioux City, and sometimes that can leave people left out in the rural areas. And we're trying just as hard as Sioux City to continue to make our schools better, grow our towns, get some housing projects done, get our businesses going and be able to thrive. And I wanted to be part of that. And that's, I figured with my background that I could really do that for the rural area of my district.
So how did you feel when they announced that you were the selected candidate?
It was a big weight off my shoulders. Very humbling day. I've put a lot of work in various groups throughout this whole county for a lot of years, just to improve people's lives and livelihoods, and so it was really special to see all that kind of come together and mean something to this committee and to the county, and now I can put that experience to work, and so it's very humbling more than anything.
Thank you very much. Well, proceed. Thank you. All right.
Well, the County Board of Supervisors didn't actually choose the appointee, but I'm very pleased with the process set forward by the Special Nominating Commission, composed by Iowa Code of the County Treasurer, Attorney, and the Auditor. They did a great job interviewing 9 qualified applicants, narrowed it down to about 3 finalists, and after some good discussion this morning, they did nominate and choose Mark Nelson. And I'm appreciative of that. I think he's been involved in our Board of Supervisors meetings for several years now. I've seen him out and about in the community. I know that he represents the ag community well and their interests, and that's something that the board really needs right now. With 4 supervisors living in Sioux City, we really do need that rural representative. So I'm pleased that we have that now. I'm glad that the process was done as quickly as possible. Obviously, if people are dissatisfied, they have the option to petition within 14 days for a special election, but I think the process the commission took was fiscally responsible and also helps us with our budgeting process as we go through that right now.
So did you watch the candidate interviews? How did you feel about the candidates you got for this position?
Yes, I did watch all the candidate interviews by recording, and I'm appreciative that those were recorded with our new AV system the board just recently installed. And I think that was very helpful. The questions were great. They weren't all cookie cutter, all the same. They applied to the candidates. I think they gave them all a fair shake. The timing was precise. I think Chairman Loomis of the commission ran a good meeting, ran a good nominating commission, and I think it really showed the people, the rationale. I think it speaks volumes that 2 Republicans and a Democrat came together on a unanimous decision, and even had the same 2 or 3 finalists that they considered to be most qualified. So I am pleased, yes.
And so beforehand you said that it was important to have rural representation. Why is it exactly important to have that type of rural representation here?
Sure. Well, because of the way the district lines are drawn, there's the potential for all 5 supervisors to live in the city limits of Sioux City. And that's not something that over time you want to see all the time, certainly, because it's important to have that rural representation. Those people that are out on those roads, living on those roads, dealing with those rural issues, involved with the rural committees that city supervisors aren't necessarily involved with. And Mr. Nelson comes from a very involved family with the Farm Bureau, other things that have lobbied the Board of Supervisors on issues, whether it's windmills or pipelines or secondary roads or the County Engineers Acts. And I think all those things have really been appreciated by this board, and by extension, other elected officials. As we go out and we hold these town hall meetings, we do bring out all of our elected officials. They see the rural concerns and how important it is to have one of those representatives here at our board meetings.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
Just what would you like to see, you know, get the ground running with the new supervisor role being filled? What's going to be the top most important now?
Sure. Well, the top most important thing is to certify the budget. We do need a supermajority for that, and it's important to get the committees, evenly distributed so that he can get, hit the ground running, get some experience. Frankly, most of the budget work has been done at this point, so it's a good time to step in. But I'm appreciative of the fact that he's willing to hit the ground running, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of drinking from the fire hose, just like all of us had when I started 8 years ago.